let me show you how to grow Instagram in 2020. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the channel. On this week's episode, we're gonna talk about how to grow your Instagram account in 2020 using a new feature called Reels. Now, Reels is very similar to TikTok, where it's a 15 to 30 second video that you can put on your account, which people can quickly scroll through and watch and enjoy. Clearly, this new added feature on Instagram was Instagram's way of competing with TikTok because TikTok has become one of the fastest growing social media apps this year. Just this year, I looked up some stats. In March alone, people installed or downloaded TikTok 115.2 million times, whereas in 2019, Instagram only had 111.5 million installations for the whole quarter. So basically, in March of 2020, what happened in 1 month happened in 4 months, or 3 months. Yeah, quarter is 3 months, 3 months of all of 2019. Basically, which means that TikTok is growing 3 times faster than Instagram currently. So why Reels? Why are Reels the key to growth on Instagram in 2020? Well, I want to tell you why. Basically, Instagram wants to compete with TikTok. Instead of having you spending your time watching TikTok videos, they want you to be on Instagram watching Instagram Reels. So how is Instagram gonna do that? Well, obviously the Instagram algorithm is gonna push Reels out and make people wanna watch those so that people stay more on Instagram watching Reels. So basically there's a huge opportunity for people to have their Reels seen organically, which is really different to nowadays when it comes to posting photos on Instagram. You know, back in the day before there was paid sponsored posts and all these sorts of things, when you posted your photo on Instagram, everyone who followed you saw that photo. And now with algorithms and all these things, not everyone actually even sees the photos that you post, which is a little bit of a bummer. I really do miss those days of Facebook and Instagram where if you posted a bunch of photos, everyone who followed you and was a part of your audience, they would see those photos. But nowadays, because of the algorithm, you aren't 100% sure whether or not people actually see the photos you post. As well, if we're just honest, Instagram is very saturated with similar content. So nowadays, if you're posting an epic landscape photo, it's really hard to separate yourself from everyone else because there's already so many Instagram photographers posting landscape photography photos. So how can you really separate yourself from the crowd? Reels. I think there's a huge opportunity for organic growth with Reels because Instagram is pushing out these Reels for people to see, and it's all natural, organic growth. As well, there just isn't yet that many Reels created yet, so if you're the first one to jump on the Reels bandwagon, most likely people are going to see the content you're creating, whereas, you know, with Instagram and photo content, there's already so much content on the platform, so it's really hard to separate yourself from everybody else. For the past month or so, I've been consistently posting Reels, and all of the Reels have been doing really well, getting thousands of views, a lot of likes, a lot of comments. And I know at this point, a lot of you guys saying, well, easy for you to say that because you have over 30,000 Instagram followers. Of course, your Reels are getting views. But to prove my point, my wife Vera, who has just a bit over 10,000 followers on Instagram, she has been doing really well when it comes to Reels. Her Reels have been getting over 30,000 views, 40,000 views, which is actually a lot more than my Reels are even getting. So that just proves to show that it actually doesn't really matter how big your Instagram audience size is. Everyone has an opportunity in this moment to create Reels that are going to be seen by a whole lot of people because Instagram is pushing these videos out for people to see organically. When it comes to Reels, you really want to stop and think, what kind of Reels content would best serve your audience? So for example, my Instagram account, I'm posting a lot of photography, landscape photography content on there. So of course, I'm making a lot of travel related Reels from my past trips. I'm just taking old footage, making Reels out of them and posting them on my Instagram account. As well, I'm planning on starting to make reels where I really give the behind the scenes look into the work that I create. I think for beginning photographers, they really want to get under the hood and see the behind the scenes of how you edit the photos. So I plan to make reels where I show the before and after of my edits, as well to do a breakdown of the gear that I use, what camera, lens, whether I use a flash for that photo, and as well the settings, so what shutter speed, what aperture, what ISO settings I had for that specific photo. I think those kind of reels will do very well because it really serves my audience well. It allows for people who are getting into photography to learn the behind the scenes of how you actually got that photo. Because it's one thing to see the final product and it's another thing to see the whole process of shooting and editing that photo. So I'm really planning to make those kind of reels in the near future, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that. So depending on who your audience is, figure out what kind of reels would be best enjoyed or that they would most benefit from, and create that kind of content for your audience. So how do you actually create reels? Now, depending on what level of skills you have, if you're just a person who's not at all into photo or videography, then I would highly suggest just using apps like TikTok or using your iPhone just to create videos that you can post on Reels. You can use iMovie app, for example, on your iPhone and edit nice little reels with that. But if you are a photographer or filmmaker who's maybe more comfortable shooting video with a DSLR and editing in Premiere, that's what I'm going to show you guys today. Now, like a lot of you photographers and filmmakers, you probably have a whole bunch of hard drives. I have a whole bunch of hard drives here. You have a whole bunch of hard drives with all sorts of photos and video footage from previous projects. Most likely you filmed a whole bunch of video footage for 1 3 to 4 minute video or even shorter, and you most likely only show just 1 to 2 seconds of each clip, meaning you have a whole lot of unwatched footage to use to create reels. So what I've been personally doing is I've actually been going through my old hard drives and just collecting a whole bunch of footage and using that footage to make reels. In fact, I've actually sped up the process by taking a lot of old travel films and just taking the B-roll sequences from those videos and then just using those to cut them into shorter 15 to 30 second Reels videos. So I thought it'd be fun to show you guys the behind the scenes of actually how I create a Reels video from start to finish. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some old footage from our last year's trip to Iceland with my brother Maddie and Matt, and I'm gonna take that footage and create an epic Reels video for Instagram. So let's jump on the laptop and open up the project from my videos made last year from Iceland. So here I have the project open. This was one video I made about my vlogging setup while in Iceland. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna first create a new sequence for the Reels. So since the Reels videos are vertical, I'm gonna do 1080 times 1920, which gives me then a vertical Reels sequence. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna grab all the old video clips from the B-roll sequences, and I'm gonna use those to make the Reels video that I'm gonna post from Iceland. So here I have all these different B-roll segments, and I can just grab all of them, and that way I have all my footage. Most likely I'm gonna have way too much footage because there's a lot of B-roll footage, but that's okay because that means I can just make 1 or 2 Reel sequences from the footage that I had from Iceland. Now for myself, I'm actually only able to right now make 15-second reels, but for some of you guys might be able to make 30-second reels. I'm not actually sure why some people can and some people can't. I think Instagram often does that where they kind of just release new features in waves, but that's life. Right now I'm stuck with making 15-second reels. The song that I actually used in this video was by Tony Anderson from MusicBed, and it's such an epic song, and Iceland as well is so epic, so I think I'm gonna use the exact same song that I actually used in this vlog video, and I'm just gonna use it in my Reels video as well. All right, let the editing begin. All right, once you've done the edit, you can go to File, Export, Media, And what's really important when you export a video for Reels is that you want to have the right bitrate. So I have the same settings, 1080, 1920. I'm going to render at maximum depth. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the VBR one pass, and I'm going to put 3.5, which gives 3,500 kilobytes. And then from here, I can use maximum render quality. And then from there, I'm going to export the video. And once the render is done, I will show you the final product of my Instagram Reels. Alright guys, hopefully this video motivated you to go out and create some Reels videos for your Instagram account, because there's a huge opportunity right now to grow your audience on Instagram in 2020. At the end of this episode, I just want to give a quick shout out to this episode's sponsor, and that's Skillshare. Skillshare is an amazing platform with thousands of classes where you can learn about pretty much everything and everything. And if you're interested in growing your audience on Instagram and using it as a platform to make money, I would highly suggest checking out the class from Sean Dalton. Sean's made a whole class on how to become an Instagram influencer and create authentic content to monetize your following. There's really brilliant tips there, so I would highly suggest for you to go check out that class. And now for a limited time, the first 1,000 people will get access to Skillshare Premium, which means you can go check out Sean's class for free. And if you really end up falling in love with Skillshare, you can continue your annual subscription for just less than $10 a month, which is so ridiculously cheap. For less than $10 a month, you can really grow as a photographer and filmmaker by watching all the different classes that are on Skillshare's platform. So make sure to click that link below and sign up for Skillshare Premium. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed this week's video on how to grow your audience on Instagram in 2020. If you're new to the channel and you haven't yet subscribed, just hit that subscribe button and comment below what you thought about this video. And for all of you who have been a part of this community for a longer time, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for watching these videos and supporting my channel. I really appreciate you guys. Alright, have a fantastic week.